Hey dolls, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl CJ Doll here, and today I'm going to be recording a foundation review. So sorry if everything is a bit different. I'm trying to use natural lighting and see how that works for me. But yeah, sorry, I just ran upstairs. Yes, so I have the box of all their 40 shades of the matte made foundation, and here is all what's up in there. This bad boy is heavy. Of course, I have the dark shade out and I have some of the primers out because that's what I'm going to be using today to be reviewing for y'all. So yes, whew, that really took a lot out of me apparently. But yes, so that's what I'm going to be using today. So right here I have the darkest shade, which is D90. So I'm kind of skeptical going into this foundation. I know you guys saw me swatch the darkest and the lightest shade, and I just wasn't really sure if that was going to be something that was going to fit or be dark enough for my skin tone. So I didn't really have an opinion on it. I just kind of swatched it, and today we're going to actually apply it to the skin and see how that works. I'm sorry if I'm looking at the LCD screen. It's just hard not to. So yes, so we're going to go ahead and actually try out. I took out there's 4 primers. There's pore minimizing one, smoothing one, all this other stuff. So I got the 2 of the 4 primers out of the box, and I'm going to be using the pore minimizer and the illuminating because it is a matte foundation. So I'm going to see how that kind of works with everything. So first, let's prime the face. So I'm going to take the pore minimizer and put it. Let's get my mirror. I'm going to take my pore minimizer and put that on. It comes off purple. It has a smell. It has a perfumey smell. It smells really good. But oh no, I don't like my primers to have a smell, if that makes any sense. I kind of want it to just not be scented, if anything, just because my skin is sensitive. But it smoothes. My skin feels really smooth, not matte or anything. So in the points that I usually will highlight, I'm going to go ahead and put in the illuminating primer. It's not glittery or anything of that nature that I'm seeing. Yeah, I don't really see any type of illumination happening. But let's go on to the actual part that I'm really excited about, and it is the foundation. I'm going to be applying it using a damp beauty blender, which I'm just fixing. It's already damp, but I've had it out for a while, so I'm just going to go on ahead and get in that. It has a pump, so that's cool. I'm going to do 2 pumps on the back, and has like a yellowish undertone, not more orange, but a yellow undertone. So let's blend it in and see how that works. So this is the best lighting because I'm using natural light right now. It's blending out. It doesn't feel like super matte right on application, but let's see how it goes the more we blend it. I don't know how the camera is picking it up, but I think on like off camera it looks really good. Looks like it's a really good match. it doesn't really have, yeah, it has like a sticky finish that I'm all done blending it into my skin. So I'm actually going to put on some concealer just to kind of see how that works with it. When we're using the NARS concealer, and this is the shade Cocoa. I'm just going to put a light concealer. I'm going in very lightly with the concealer just because, and I'm going to fix my beauty blender. Sorry if you guys hear my son screaming. He just got up from a nap and he is lit as always. So go on ahead and blend. This concealer is amazing anyways. So I fortunately do not have a concealer from Covergirl. Okay, so overall, I think, okay, the stickiness has now went down while I was doing my blending. It's not super sticky. It doesn't feel very thick, which I like because I don't like thick foundation, so I kind of stay away from matte foundations just for the fact that they're always like very hardcore, and I just like a lightweight foundation. And the fact that this is matte, it's really nice. It almost reminds me of the Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation. It has that same consistency and feeling and of lightness, so I really like that about it. Yeah, and I think the color has like matched really good now with my neck. I didn't put any foundation on my neck. My neck is always different and it's oily, but I feel like I'm sort of matching. I like it. It's not too orange. It has more of a yellow undertone, like almost, and not more of orange or red undertones, which I can really appreciate. That's different in most foundations that I have tried. They tend to run very orange or very very red. So I appreciate that this foundation is not running red or anything or orange like that. So I'm actually gonna go on the back of here, and I will do 4 of the darkest shade swatches on the back of my hand so you guys can see how that range is from and where I fit into that. So just give me a second and I'm going to go ahead and put them on the back of my hand and come show you guys. Okay guys, so I went ahead and swatched the 5 darkest shades on the dark spectrum. So this right here is shade D50, D60, D70, D80, and D90, which I have on. I feel like all these shades right here are very similar to one another, so I'm not really sure what was the purpose of that. I feel like, and then it also goes from like a really big jump to the dark one. I feel like there could have been a shade in between and even a shade darker for sure. A shade darker would have been nice, but a shade in between these and these are just all the same shade, just kind of have like different undertones. Like so this one is more of a pinky yellow undertones, and I feel like these 3 right here, 50, 60, and 70, all are very similar to me. These shades could have created more darker shades, because I feel like this could be a bit too light for somebody, and then this could be too dark for somebody, but we need a darker one and a shade in between that kind of mixes the last 2 together. So but here, these are the darker shades. You guys can go ahead and try them. They're our Drugstore. They are from Covergirl. So yeah, I really hope that you guys liked the review. I really felt like the consistency of the foundation is so nice and smooth and velvety. It's very lightweight. So I like that about it. I like I said before, the undertone I feel like matches me very nicely. I just feel like they could have worked better on the darker shades. It's nice that I have a shade that fits that's not too red or too orange, but they kind of just jumped into the dark shade. They kind of have all these caramel shades. Like these are my highlighter shades, you know, not foundation type shade. Like this is even a bit too bright for a highlighter shade, but also the light is kind of picking it up a bit lighter. But these three are very light. There's just like a big jump here, which I don't appreciate very